There's really no type of video I like to do in this financial world more than when it has to do with companies that I actually enjoy myself. So we've got a couple of companies here now. The industry isn't doing very well. We'll put it out there right now that while I'm a big fan, the industry itself is not doing very well. We're talking about action figures or toys in general, but I think of it as action figures because that's what I'm into. I'm Cody from Wall Street Breakdown. Mattel has not been doing very well at all. Like, Mattel makes Barbie and Hot Wheels and stuff. Mattel has tons of licenses. They have not been doing well. They are falling just an unbelievable amount recently. They just bad quarterly earnings. It's not looking good, especially with Toys R Us coming off the board here. I mean, that's one of Mattel's main outlets to get their stuff out there. Mattel's not looking great, you know. Hasbro's not doing a whole lot better, but Hasbro's doing a little bit better in the actual sales department than Mattel is. But the toy industry is being taken over by kids enjoying cell phones, right? Like gadgets. People want stuff to play with. They would rather have an Xbox or a phone than they would an action figure. And I understand that. And when there's not a lot of disposable income, or when you only get one thing, do you want 5 wrestlers, or do you want an iPhone X? Yeah. I like my phone. I'd probably take the 5 wrestlers, to be honest with you. But that's me. And that's not people from a different generation, a younger generation, who don't really have the same affinity for these toys. So these two companies apparently are talking about merging. There's this rumor out there that they could be getting together, that Hasbro could be getting Mattel. And what it sounds like is that it would turn into about a $16 billion company. So that's very, very large. But I'm not sure how the industry really bounces back, even with the two together. And I'm not sure what the regulators would think about it. Like, I know this is such a fringe industry. Like, are they really going to consider it to be a monopoly, even though it definitely would basically be a monopoly in the toy industry? As far as a lot of genres of toys go, there would be any second player would be so far down the list in comparison to what these two do and all the licenses that they have. But I'm not entirely sure if the regulators would get involved on something so small, because it is in reality a very small niche market that, like, you're combining the two biggest companies in it and still only finding a $16 billion market capitalization. That's not a lot of money. So, I mean, it's a lot of money. Between me and you, it's a lot of money, but it's not a lot of money in the general scheme of things. So I'm not sure if anybody would get involved regulator-wise. Mattel's up 13.5% in the after hours going out as this news came out. And the Wall Street Journal said that this has, I guess, been going on maybe for a little while, that these talks have been going on. I don't know if I'd like to see it happen or not. Like, Mattel's so iconic. I'm not entirely sure if I want to see Mattel's brand name gone away as a toy fan, but this might have to be something that the toy industry just does, this consolidation of these two major companies, to really streamline it and figure it out, at least keep somebody afloat, because toys are, it's getting to be a marketplace that's it's not near what it once was, and it's sad for me as a toy collector, but I understand it because things move on. That's just the way things work. So, like, as a guy who likes it myself, that's great, but things move on, bro, and you have to kind of get used to that. Let's see if Mattel and Hasbro getting together might end up being a real turnaround for the toy industry, the action figure industry. I'd love to see that, but that's definitely coming from a biased perspective. So if you're thinking about doing any type of investing on this news or any other news, please consult a licensed professional financial advisor. Do not take advice from a guy sitting in his car wearing his sunglasses in the middle of the night. But definitely go out there and do your due diligence, do the work, take a look at it. This does appear to be big news as far as the toy industry goes. I'm Cody from Wall Street Breakdown. If you haven't already, click the subscribe button, click the notification bell, thumbs up for this video, all videos. You got to do thumbs up, right? You love it. And comments. We love hearing from you. Have yourself a marvelous weekend.